dimmed by human tears. America, America, God shed His grace on thee.
I want to thank all those who are gathered here today to honor the memory of the 56 Hoboken residents who were taken from us on September 11, 2001, in among the most horrific acts of evil our country has ever seen. Each year we gather here in Hoboken to mourn, to reflect, and to keep the memories of those we have lost within our hearts and within our minds. The brave women and men who made the ultimate sacrifice on this day did nothing to deserve that faith. They were ordinary Americans, many on their way to work just to begin the day. While they may not be here in physical being, their memory and spirit will live in the hearts and minds of those who love them for eternity. Here in Hoboken, we will never forget the memory of the lives that were lost from our community on this tragic day.
I have been here before on September 11th over the last 17 years. And we join together once again in fulfillment of our solemn promise to never forget. Never forget the nearly 3,000 Americans, almost 700 of them from New Jersey, and of course the 56 from Hoboken, who were lost on that day. Sons and daughters, husbands and wives, mothers and fathers, loved ones, all who perished on a day that will live in infamy. And the memories of those who we lost are seared in our hearts forever.
That morning when I was awakened by a dispatch calling in all of Hoboken police and fire to work that day, from my balcony, I actually seen the people, when I got the binoculars from the second tower, falling. And then the first 2 or 3 nights when NYPD requested help, I was part of the detachment of Hoboken Police, Fire, and EMS that went over as part of their, at that time, recovery effort. And I remember the devastation and the destruction was there at the site, and the air, how toxic it was, and yet our people, those that volunteered from all the departments of Hudson County, went there and gave it their all. I remember Lieutenant Menendez, especially when I think how on top of a pile of rubble he kept digging frantically. And that first night we didn't have the proper equipment to wear. We just had the masks that just covered our nose and our mouth, and how those nurses every 15 minutes would pour the saline solution, and Chief Ferranti was also a part of that detail at that time. And then on the second night we got the proper equipment. And on the ferry boat ride back, when we rode back from the site, how no one spoke because of the complete shock and the utter loss of life. And then fortunately, after 2 or 3 days, NYPD relieved all of the outside agencies to take over the site themselves. And we were deputized to be on the ferries as marshals to transport people back and forth to the city. And the fear in those people's eyes that were going back to work in the immediate aftermath those days to the area. So a lot of those things remain with me to this day.